My son's teacher has been giving him some strange homework. His last assignment was horrifying. It all started as typical weird teacher stuff. Mr. Thorne was the kind of guy who wore tweed suits in 90-degree weather and never seemed to remember my name even after 3 parent-teacher conferences. About a month ago, the homework shifted from math sheets to sensory exercises. One night, Leo had to sit in the backyard and record the sounds of things that didn't breathe. Another night, he had to draw a map of the house, but only the parts where the shadows looked like people. I figured it was just some artsy creative writing thing until Leo started talking to the corners of his room. He told me Mr. Thorne was teaching them how to invite the quiet in. Then came the assignment from that final day. Leo walked through the front door holding a manila envelope. He looked exhausted. His skin had this grayish tint to it and his fingernails were bitten down to the quick. He handed me the instruction sheet. There were no letterheads and no school stamps, just a single paragraph typed in a cramped black font. The text told Leo that for his final project, he had to locate the hollow space. It gave specific coordinates for a spot in our crawl space behind the water heater. It said he needed to reach inside and pull out the vessel. The instructions warned him that the vessel was heavy with the weight of someone else's secrets and that he must not let it touch the floor of the house. I told him it was a prank. I told him Mr. Thorne was probably going through some kind of breakdown. But Leo just started crying. Not a normal kid cry, but a high-pitched keening sound that made my ears ring. He said if he didn't do it, the quiet wouldn't leave his room. I went down to the crawl space just to prove him wrong. I found the spot. It was a loose stone in the foundation that I had never noticed in 6 years of living there. Behind it was a small wooden box wrapped in what looked like old human hair. I pulled it out, and the air in the basement immediately turned freezing. I could see my breath. I opened the box despite the instructions. Inside was a collection of Polaroids. They were all photos of me. Not just me in the yard or at the store, but photos of me sleeping. Photos of me in the shower. Photos of me writing at my desk from a perspective that looked like it was taken from inside the walls. In the very bottom of the box was a tooth, a molar. I reached up and felt a gap in the back of my own mouth that wasn't there 5 minutes prior. My gums started gushing blood. I looked up and Leo was standing at the top of the basement stairs. He wasn't crying anymore. He held up a new piece of paper he had hidden in his pocket. The paper said the exchange was complete. It said Mr. Thorne was coming over to collect the vessel and that I should leave the back door unlocked so he didn't have to use the bones to get in. I grabbed Leo and ran for the car. As I was backing out of the driveway, I looked at the second-floor window. Mr. Thorne was standing in Leo's bedroom. He wasn't moving. He was just watching us. But the terrifying part wasn't that he was there. It was that he was wearing my favorite blue sweater, the one I was wearing in the photos. I drove to a hotel 3 towns over, but Leo whispered something that made me pull over. He said, "Dad, you forgot the box." I looked in the rearview mirror. The wooden box wrapped in hair was sitting on the floorboard of the back seat. I never picked it up. I had left it in the basement. The box then started scratching from the inside. Something was trying to get out.